Oh no! It says we are live. I wonder if I meant to do that or not. Hey, good evening, Nancy. Our treasured home. How you been? I'm turning off things on my computer here. Old ways gardening and prepping. Good evening. Welcome. Hey, Dibbin. Welcome. See if I can close this editor out. I have a video that I've been working on. I just go ahead and close that out. I could pick that up later. Kentucky Goblin. Good evening to you, neighbor. See, people are coming in. I shared it on a community post, a community page, and now that I'm live, the cats want to climb on me. Of course. Oh, my goodness. Well, we'll see if we could draw Passamaquoddy out, because this is her favorite cat. This is Charlie. Do believe that might be her favorite. You can see why. I mean, he's got an adorable face. Oh, all right. Carry on. Where's the little chair and whip? That one's too sweet. We'll have to get Dark Paw. He's probably more. He's not tameable either, but we'll try with a little chair and whip. Uh, Kentucky Goblin. I put the link in Messenger. Yep, still alive here too, kicking, but not very high. I know it's really old saying, isn't it? But it's the truth. I'm not kicking very high. I'm just kicking. Sheena D. Good evening. Me and my old scruffy self here. Could have shaved before the live, but meh. Tennessee Bushcrafter, good evening. Did you get those storms down there, Tennessee? Got crazy up here. Tornado warnings, just one after the other. That storm moved fast. You're letting the beard grow back to you. Yeah, you had some storms. Yeah, moved across Kentucky pretty fast. I mean, it has several warnings for our county, and then the next couple counties over. And after that, I lost track. Looky here. It's a god.
Hey, what's going on?
I could turn my volume up so I can hear you.
No, I don't care.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just turning back. We'll mute you. Heck with it.
I don't. It's all good. What have you been doing?
I just tried to edit that video, and then I got distracted by other things.
Nah. That's the way it goes. Have we got anybody else in? I'm in the chat. Let's see, get my chat going here. Comment here. There we go.
Yeah, old ways. We really didn't have a lot. We had lightning, but it wasn't like we're used to seeing here. We usually have some pretty good light shows too, but not this time. We had a few strikes that were pretty close, but nothing insane.
No, it wasn't nothing major or anything. There's some possible tornadoes there in the county, but none of them touched down, I don't think.
Yeah, thankfully. Sure don't want one to drop in this valley, that's for sure.
No, would be bad. These little pop-up storms that come up, we think it ain't gonna mount to anything, and then you get a tornado in just about every one of them. Seem like.
Yeah, here lately it's been just about every other storm, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting to see if we have any stragglers coming in.
Oh, they'll be coming in there.
Tennessee Bushcrafter said that Homestead Aquarius will be in as soon as he's done watching a video that he sent him. Doing all right there, Tennessee Bushcrafter. See, they like my name so much they say it twice. Yeah. I think everybody has been needing the rain pretty bad. I talked to somebody a while ago. Was watching a Filipino YouTube channel, Verna Cordon, and one of her regulars in chat was saying that their yard was so dry, they walk on it would crunch. And they said that they were thinking about doing the they're thinking about spray painting the green so it looked like grass. And I come real close to saying, well, there's a country over there in the east that does that to cover up the dead vegetation. They use green spray paint, a great big spray nozzle like you would use to put a fire out with. Apparently, they have some kind of inspections over there, and they were trying to make it look good. All I gotta say is that's a lot of green paint or dye or whatever the heck they were using.
Oh, that making everything look green.
Yeah,
Yeah, I read that somewhere before.
I couldn't
That's
understand why they were spraying boulders, but
that's stupid. It's a tourist thing. I guess trying to make everything look nice for the tourists. Beside the fact everything's dying around you, drying up. Oh, these are nice green plants. For some reason, they're green, and I'm getting high off the paint. You can be standing around there, man. I'm getting high off the paint.
I mean, what's a little toxic paint on the ground with their pollution they have over there in Hong Kong and other cities in China. I mean, what's a little toxic paint on the ground? They're a they're a fine country to be picking fights with other countries. I can tell you that much. I won't go there because this isn't Rumble, but
Uh, let them do their thing, and we'll do ours.
yeah, yeah.
That's how I look at it. And if we should cross paths, then so be it.
I don't think they're nearly as big an army as they say they are, but saber rattling more or less.
I'm
Dragon
interested. Go ahead.
beans. Dragon tongue beans. That's the first time I ever heard anything like that.
I think I've heard of them. I've not grown any.
Hmm.
I've heard of them though.
Hey, Eldways, I know that you've got a lot going on, and we're thinking about you and praying for your family. No, you gotta be wore out.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's talking about getting stung by a wasp. Yeah, it don't take much for them wasps. You would think that they would have to jam you pretty hard, but no, they can just barely touch you. That stinger, evidently, and you've had.
um, every time I go to the garden, I get buzzed. I mean, they don't sting me. I don't necessarily swat at them. I just let them do their thing. But sometimes they get awful damn close, and you're like, your knee jerk reaction is to, but that's what they want, because if you do that, then they feel threatened.
Yeah, I don't like them, especially them red ones. Really bright red. I mean, almost yellow. And they got when anything looks red like that, can't be good.
No, no.
Can't be good. I've had one to wake me up from the early sleep of the morning. I'd be sleeping, all of a sudden it'd hit me and up out of the bed, and it stung me right on the stomach, right on
Ooh.
the belly. Oh my God!
All
I
right,
hurt. I hurt for 2 or 3 days after that.
I take back the getting stung on the back of the neck. That you beat that. without even trying.
Oh, it was a heck of an alarm clock. And let me tell you, it woke me up quicker than any alarm clock would have done it, or any drill sergeant couldn't have woke you up no quicker.
Oh yeah, old ways. I agree. We need the wasp around, but it's just I don't know if it's my deodorant or what the deal is, but every time I get out there, they're swarming me like they want to pick a fight or something. I'm like, just leave me alone. Let me work here, and I'll leave you alone, and we'll be fine.
But no, they don't want they don't want to leave you alone. Say they want to just constantly try to sneak one in on you.
Yeah. But it's like anything else. I just unless it's threatening me, I just pretty much just ignore it. Let it do its natural born thing. God put all that stuff on this planet for a reason.
Yeah.
I have to question sometimes, but it's not our place to question why he put some of these creatures on the planet.
Nope.
It's raining again.
That's what I thought I heard you just now. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't know if I was hearing things or not. Let it rain. We can use it.
Yeah, before it picked up, I could hear it hitting this vent over the stove. It's got a
Mm-hmm.
metal vent up there, and that's usually my first indicator. Even if it's a real light rain, it still makes a little plinking sound, like somebody hitting it with a BB gun.
We can sure use it. That's for sure. It'll make everything jump up after this nice rain we've got.
Yeah, Nancy said it's pouring there. Forgive me, Nancy. Our treasurer at home. I forgot what state you're in. South Florida sunshine. Good evening to you.
Yeah, a good rain hitting the roof will put you to sleep. I think I'm reading that right from back here. Columbus, Ohio. Yeah.
Columbus, Ohio. I should have known that. Dang it. Well, title of the live tonight is Close Encounters or a Clever Ruse. Hey, Mercury 3 Actual, how you doing? Good to see you in my live here. Thanks for showing up here. That's cool. Um, the reason I made the title Close Encounters or a Clever Ruse, and I don't know how many people have seen this. If you saw this report on YouTube or any news channels, put a 1 in after I explain what it is. How would I explain that, Randy? It's like this UFO just
You explained just like it is, like they're reporting it. I mean,
yeah. I
that's
mean
all you
it.
can do, really. I mean,
Nevada of all places, and this UFO just apparently landed or crashed or whatever in this people's yard, and they saw creatures, and then called 911. They tried to explain it, and these people, I couldn't believe how calm he was, and I may have to bring it up and play it just so that it makes sense to everybody. But if you heard about this landing, this alleged landing in Nevada, this was in someone's backyard. put a 1 in the chat. Curious about how many people know about this because it was on some news channels, but it wasn't on mainstream news. That's what gets me. Yeah, there you go. Mercury actually, he's yep.
Has anybody seen the video of the creatures herself?
Actually have that. I actually recorded
Yeah,
just
I sent you that link, didn't I?
yeah, I played it from the link that you gave me and then I recorded it at the same time. So I have it here. I could bring it up in a minute. Solid waste gardening and prepping. She's seen the report.
The video of the creatures, allegedly the creatures themselves, pretty interesting.
So it's a different topic, folks, and I you know.
Oh, Mercury 3 actually hasn't seen the video of the creatures.
Okay, well, I'm going to show it to you. Just a minute. As soon as I get.
It's on Telegram, not Telegram, but Twitter, and I sent him the link.
You know, Kat, I really appreciate you coming to see me, but you don't have to use your claws to climb my leg.
All you have to do on when you watch it, I mean, you just gotta use your best judgment. I mean, I don't know. I tell you what, I'm open-minded to a point, but I tell you what, if it's a hoax, it's one hell of a good one. I mean, it's something that it's so damn good that I mean, I don't know what their agenda is, what I do, but I mean, they're playing all their cards. If it's got anything related to Project Bluebeam, then they're sure playing their cards early. I don't know. I had to watch the video 2 or 3 times and slow it down, and still can't, believe it. We may never know the exact where it happened at. Where they got the footage at was in a big lot that had a lot of equipment in it, and the security camera, I think, is what got the video of the creatures. And I would assume also that there's got to be more than one camera in that lot at a different angle, but we're only getting one angle.
Okay, here we go, folks.
Go ahead.
Well,
there's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large.
Right there. They'll show a close up.
Nice deep. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes,
Okay.
like I can explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes,
Look at his body.
And they're not human. They're 100% they're not human. There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Sleeping now. Yeah. Okay.
What I noticed here again, that the body is almost shimmering. Did you know? Have you noticed that?
Yeah, as if it's iridescent or maybe shining like a fish.
It's kind of, when it moves, it's like a blur,
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a shimmering effect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, old ways. And I'm going to mute it. You can still see it, right? And I'm going to try to stop it at a good spot here.
When it gets that close-up part, That'd be a good spot. When it goes to close up,
Yeah. I currently cannot see.
right there. Can you go just a little? That's the hair more. Right. Let's see. Right there. That's good.
You see that? What I'm saying about the top of its head,
Yeah.
right above its eyes.
Look how far apart the eyes are,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have much of a nose. But the upper torso is pretty large, but everything else is out of proportion.
Yeah, it's a good point, Nancy. Our treasured home. If Hollywood can make it, they can. Someone can fake it.
Yeah, the hands
Very
are
true.
what's.
Yeah, that the thumb is too short and it's too far away from the index finger. You notice that?
Yeah, that's.
Right there.
See look how long they are. Look how long his hands are, which is typical of the so-called aliens anyway. But that body, the way it's shimmering like that, is what I've noticed the most.
Look how big its neck is. It's like
Yeah, it's just almost like the whole thing is a head. Instead,
looks
he
like
don't have
the
no neck. There's no neck there.
Romulans.
Yeah,
The Romulans on Star Trek, they had the huge
you talking about
muscular
you talking about Klingon?
shoulders. No, not the Klingons. There was a alien race on there that almost sort of resembled a fish.
You brought up a good idea earlier when you was talking about that one movie. They looked like a whole lot like
Avatar.
those. The Avatar. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, everybody just has to watch this, look at it and make their own judgment. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. We're looking at it, so
Right.
I don't know what we're looking at.
I'm gonna find the news thing here, but I can still talk. I just can't see the chat.
The video was dated May the 1st, around see May. Seems the last of April, 1st of May is when that incident took place.
It should be in my history because I haven't cleared my history since.
And that video, I just picked it up today. It wasn't there yesterday. As of yesterday, the video of the creatures herself hadn't been released yet. But today they have been, so I don't know.
And I think to make better sense of it all, it would be good to watch the newscast itself from the beginning.
Between the
here we go.
Between the 911 call and the incident itself, I think it could have been probably 15, 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes in between times. Evidently, they were pretty close. The police officers were pretty close to the scene. Because they caught it right on their body cam of the light. So we won't know exactly the whole story if it is a legitimate. But if it's not legitimate, they're going out of their way to put it out there. And I tried to see if anybody else today was covering it, and as of today, nobody else is covering it right now. They may be tomorrow. You may wake up and it'll be everywhere.
It's a scene straight out of the X-Files.
That's unreal. I've never seen anything like it. What are they?
A family in Las Vegas insisting
Oh
something is
yeah,
out
Scully.
there after allegedly having a close encounter of the
Now,
third.
see, anybody would
not
know
a
that.
joke.
One witness calling 911 after they say an object fell out of the sky and landed in their backyard.
They're like 9 foot, 10 foot tall. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes.
The mysterious object that fell from the sky, even the officers apparently saw that. The green glow of the alleged UFO is seen on this newly released body camera footage.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star. Then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
So when that 911 call came in, less than an hour later, police were ready to believe it.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
Because I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard?
0447.
But after a brief investigation of the yard, officers closed the case as
Roughly
unfounded.
5 o'clock in the morning.
If those 9 foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal
That's
with it
5
yourself.
o'clock in the morning, no time.
I ain't dealing with that.
According to former intelligence officer David Grush, an alien crash landing isn't too far-fetched. Grush recently turned over documents to Congress claiming the U.S. government has a vast collection of vehicles that have non-human origin. An oversight committee in Congress is in the process of scheduling a hearing on those claims.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks
so-
for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more.
Yeah. Be quiet. There we go. Fishes, I said the same thing. South Forest, Carol, I said the same thing. He was way too calm when he called 911. That's why I'm having so much trouble with it. Exactly, Mercury was mine too. She was one of my crushes too.
Well, I've got an open mind about these sort of things. There's a lot of things that we don't know about that the government's been keeping hid from us for a long, long time, over 50 years. And with them wanting to put out this Project Bluebeam to divert the attention away from the current situation in the country, and this conveniently comes out at, all of a sudden out of left field, it kind of makes me scratch my head on this one. Personally, I'm wanting to call BS on it, but then at the same time, I've got to have an open mind about it and just say, in my opinion, the only thing we can do at this point is just see what else they put out there. And but as far as me being scared of it, I'm in no way scared, shape, form, or fashion. I could care less. It's not going to cause me to hide my house, that's for sure. And it's not going to disrupt my faith 1 ounce. I mean, it will some. I think, and I was telling Barry this too, that I believe that they're going to put this out and see what the public's reaction is going to be to it. And if they don't get the reaction they are wanting, like, oh, everybody be jumping off roofs and stuff, all scared to death. If they don't get that, then you're going to see something next. They'll put something else out. It'll be a lot bigger too. But
Well, Q, my, I think I said this to Goblin before that.
Well,
they could be demons. I mean, that's very good possibility.
That South Florida Sunshine's got a good point. It's a diversion, in my opinion. And while they allowed it to come out right now, excuse me,
Bless you.
I'm getting I don't know. That's the only way I can make heads or tails out of that sense.
Q says they want to normalize it before they roll out the blue beam aliens.
I believe they're wanting to, and some of them said that there was an SUV driving around the neighborhood there after that. So my guess then is that they're wanting to see how much of a reaction the population, gets from it. And like I said a minute ago, if they don't get what they're looking for, then they're going to do the next step up. And I'll say between now and July 4th, we're probably going to see a lot more of the stuff. And especially the closer we get to the next election, we're going to see a lot more other stuff happening to. And I also do believe they're demonic in nature. I do believe that.
Oh, kitty, stop. That actually hurts. Kittens don't realize their claws are like tiny little needles. Well, there you go. It's true. It's demonic, even if it is our government.
Our government could be, or the powers to be, could be allowing them to make themselves known. They'll say, "Well, go out there and just go on out there and let them see you," because it only suits their purpose. If they can get a big distraction out of this, they'll go for it. I don't know.
Yeah, Skinwalker Ranch. Although I've had to actually sift through some of the videos and stories about Skinwalker Ranch, because there are a few videos online that are really popular, but they don't tell you anything, and they don't do anything. And they set up all this equipment, but they don't tell you what their findings are. They don't give you enough information, and it's like, well, you're just left on your own to figure it out. So you really have to skim through the videos if you want to find something out about this landing in Nevada or Skinwalker Ranch or Area 51.
They had that series that come on. I think it's Pluto or somewhere, Tubi, Skinwalker Ranch. I think it lasted 3 seasons, and absolutely nothing. I watched it all the way through, hoping. Well, I know they weren't going to say anything as far as information, but it gave me something to think about. They didn't do that. A lot of equipment out there, and balloons in the air, and digging holes, and this and that. That's about all it amounted to.
Like Mercury, I hope I didn't say something out of the way there. I'm not quite sure what your comment means, but because I'm totally open to everybody's suggestions. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sharing everyone's comments on the screen. And everybody's entitled to the whole reason we're bringing this up on tonight's live, where normally I would cover radio, but this right here's been nagging at me, and I'm sure it's been nagging away at Goblin as well, and it just seems
well,
see if anyone else.
It's it's kind of got me to scratching my head a little bit on it. why they put the video of the creature, or why they even let the video of the creatures out. That's what got me. If they were really trying to hide everything, they let it out. Is there more video of the creatures, or is that the only camera angle that they got? And why are they releasing it now? This happened around May the 1st. So they had a whole month to decide how they were going to play this, And,
Oh no, Mercury, she's fine. She's just trying to find it in the Bible. She's not really. Yeah, she's not attacking you or anyone else just because she has a wrench. Trust me, she's a sweetheart. So you stick around if you want to, Mercury. If I had YouTube open, I could make you a wrench. In fact, there's a few people that. Do you have a?
It's in the Bible. I can't quote the scripture and chapter and verse off the top of my head, but I've read it in there. It doesn't say UFO. It doesn't say aliens, but it does talk about the fallen angels in Genesis 6 and Deuteronomy. It talks about the giants and stuff like that. Deuteronomy 2nd chapter or 6th chapter. But yeah, I don't know. It takes a person, I guess, in order to. I just don't think there's no wrong answer at this point, about it at all. I think any answer that anyone comes up with is, at this point, right on it, because we don't know until we get concrete proof, that this is a legitimate.
Hey, Bob.
Video.
Randy, if I can get you to do it, could I get you to just type hi in chat, and then I can add you as a moderator?
Where's my check box at?
Should be
private chat.
No, you want
I'm just seeing the comments. Is all I was saying. I'm not on the YouTube side of it.
Yeah, you should be able to. Down at the very bottom below the comments section, it should have a little box that says "Post a comment."
No.
No.
I don't see anything.
Yeah.
Don't see anything.
Thank you, StreamYard, for being so helpful.
I think the last time I was in here, I seen it, but I'm not seeing it tonight.
Homestead Aquarius, good evening.
Maybe I'll just pop out and pop back in. Maybe we'll come back up. I don't know.
No, everybody should have well, yeah, I mean, I don't see anything that's keeping you from doing that. Chatting in there, it should be a little icon or something.
Yeah.
It's below where the chats pop up and comment. But
it should be, but it's not on my end.
I don't know. This StreamYard's great, but there are times when it can be such a pain in the butt.
Well,
but I can add you.
It shouldn't be too much of an issue because I mean, I do remember it was there last time I was on. I didn't remember that much.
I probably have to go into my studio and add you from there, but that's all right. But it's okay. She's got South Florida sunshine. Is a good friend of mine, Mercury, and she's got a good heart, so you don't have to worry too much about that. All right, our treasured home, Nancy. You and your sweet daughter have a good night over there and a better day tomorrow. Thanks for stopping in. Passamaquoddy, good evening to you. Just talking about the those of you just coming into the live stream, we're talking about the alleged, I'm going to say alleged, alien UFO landing in Nevada here just a few days ago. And we're just kind of taking everybody's opinions about it. And there was some video I did share a little while ago. I can share it again here in a few minutes. Just so really just scratching my head type kind of, a video that you just like, what did I just watch? Is that real? Is that,
I'm trying to. I just don't know.
I'm gonna step in the kitchen for a minute. I'm gonna get something for my throat here. I took my last allergy pill this morning.
Oh, we stupid chat box. I don't know why it's not there tonight.
No, it's peppermint, kitty. Why would you want peppermint? Really? No. You hear a bunch of rattling and running and pouncing and stuff. That's the kittens over here just having a ball. Hey, Dad's broadcasting. Let's just run through the house like lunatics.
That's generally when they do it on it.
Yeah.
Right when you're in the middle of something.
Been on South Florida's live streams and have them just pop up in front of the screen, turn around and show their rear end on there. No shame. No shame.
That's the one thing that caught my mind about the creature. When it moved, it almost was a shimmering type of movement, like it was here, but it wasn't here. And if it's Project Bluebeam, I mean, we're in deep trouble. I'm telling everybody right now that they'll be able to pull, if they can pull that off with Project Bluebeam, then they can pull just about anything else off. And it's not CGI because CGI could be, there's people out there can pick that apart. And I can't do it because I don't have the software or anything, but there's people out there that does that. They'd be able to pick it out right now.
Yeah, I've not been able to. I've not been able to tell one from the
It's
other.
got something to do with pixels. But no, that's not CGI because if it was, the night vision would be distorted a little bit, I think, or the night vision would distort it. It'd be hard, I would think, to do that with a night vision. But I don't know. We'll just see what they come up with in the next few days, and you're going to hear all kinds of things, and just kind of take pieces of it and put it together in your own mind and go from there. That's all you can do. It could possibly be a costume, but if it is, it's an awful good one. And they said there was 2 of them, so the other one evidently was out of the camera focus or camera.
And they were saying 9 to 10 feet tall. I mean,
that's what they said.
Unless it's like where Big Bird was a huge, and I hate to use the Muppets, but let's face it, it's a good example. Big Bird, the person was actually looking through a screen in Big Bird's chest.
I get where you're coming from on that, but if you watched him turn his head and stuff, it was too fluid, too smooth and fluid to be an actual costume. I just don't see how that much of a silicone costume would be very uncomfortable for anybody to wear, much less be that tall to wear it.
Well, I'm gonna bring it up again here on the screen, just for those that have just come in. Oh, I hear it.
Yeah, I don't know what she's meowing about, but
She's a cat. Cats don't need a reason to do the things they do.
she's getting after her babies. I think that's what she's doing. She's trying to corral them. She thinks they'll pay attention to her like they did when they was born, but they don't. They blow past her just like she's not even standing there. She goes that meow meow. I said, you was wasting your time, girl.
Yeah, they're not interested in what you got to say, Mama.
But then then you look around, there she is laying there, and all 3 of them are right there with her. She should be weaning them pretty soon. But
all right, here we go.
While you do that, I'm gonna.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it, and big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human. There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it, and big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human. There's like a
Yeah. Oh, I know who you're talking about. For some reason, the name is escaping me right now, Carol. Kenneth, excuse me, folks. Good evening, Kenneth. Good to see you on there. Smeagol, yeah. Hey, precious. Uh-oh. That right there was a cat fight.
What in the world was that?
It's my cats.
Oh my gosh, like half the house fell in.
No, I'm afraid to turn around because
Oh, I see him now. I see he just jumped down from the roof. It looked like the roof.
Oh, and she jumped over the bar over here behind me.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm not going to take up too much time tonight, Barry. I'll hang in there for a little bit.
Yeah, not a problem.
Give somebody else a chance to get in here and what have you. I mean, they could slide in here anytime they want to, but
Yeah, I got to actually put the link out there.
I won't bite. I've not been known to bite here recently since I've been to the doctor, and they said I didn't have tetanus or rabies, so. And they, as a precautionary measure, they pulled all my teeth. Yeah.
You know, catnip. I've got some growing out there. It's like the third time trying. I don't. It's just one of those things. I guess it just doesn't want to grow here. Yeah, no problem, Mercury.
Catnip.
Family comes first. Cat grass.
If I gave it my catnip, I wouldn't even have no house to live in.
My coffee's empty. Damn it. Yeah, I played that too, Pastor McClotty, just before you came in. Look what we got here.
Hey, there.
What's up, Scruffy? He's live. He doesn't know it.
Oh. Well, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's in the woods anyway.
What do you say, man?
Hey,
doing all right?
Yeah, doing all right. Storms setting on you.
Yeah, we have a couple good storms come through here, and then it kind of tapered off to just a steady rain. Sort of had a break, and then it started raining again. But matter of fact, it just got done raining a few minutes ago.
Yeah, we had some downpours. Actually, we had a couple this morning, like 3 or 4 o'clock. Then it died off. And then started back, I guess, about 5, 6 o'clock this evening.
Welcome back, Mercury. Was
I hate them downpours, man. 'Cause when I got seedlings, I had just put stuff in my daggone little hydroponic buckets and all that kind of thing. And when
how
it
it goes in.
downpours, it fills the buckets with more water than they should have.
I've got an old cooler out there, and it's plumb full to the top. That's what I catch water in.
Well,
You know.
I was telling somebody a little earlier. I was like, it started raining last night, and I had a little measuring cup that I used to measure like all my hydroponic stuff. When I looked earlier, there was about 2 inches of stuff in there. And now I would say there's probably 4 or 5 inches of water.
So I'm assuming yours is outside. Your hydroponics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I have indoor and outdoor. My indoor is more like cooler weather crops.
Mm-hmm.
But I have noticed, like last year, we did really well on our basil in just one little hydroponic tank and just let it sit to where it was kind of in the shade. And I think I only had 3 or 4 plants. I don't know if you've seen that, but we split up a thing the other day. We ended up with 10 plants. So I'm pretty interested to see how that goes.
Yeah, Passamaquoddy, something ate a couple of my bean plants. Well, it left the stem, but it ate all the leaves off of it. So I'm assuming it must have been a deer. But,
Probably a rabbit.
Yeah, could have been.
Rabbits, I'm going to tell you, man. Well, rabbits or deer, either one. The very first thing they will go after in the garden are beans.
Huh. Well, they did, but they left one alone. The green beans. They left the green beans alone. So they must like the Kentucky Wonders. So I don't know.
I say in your case there, Barry, I say you probably got rabbit problem. I say that's what
Probably
got
do.
you. I bet you.
Because I don't have the cat that used to bring me rabbits as a gift. She's not around anymore, so it bring me rabbits. Sometimes no head, sometimes no butt. I mean, it was a crapshoot what she might bring.
Them rabbits can they can devastate a garden.
Yeah.
Wow, way. Now somebody has to be setting them fires. I mean, I'm sorry. They should be. There's got to be somebody setting them fires. They haven't many fires in one area.
I'm gonna get some coffee.
Where you gonna get at?
No, Mercury 3 actual. I do not buy into that. I raise rabbits, and I have seen my rabbits chow down on marigolds like there's no tomorrow.
But the only thing you can do to keep rabbits out is put your little fence up around it, and then they'll jump over it if they want to bad enough.
Wow.
Tie a dog up next to it where it'll keep them scared off.
Well, I have like a little mini greenhouse. I mean, we got a 100-acre farm. I know about animals. And I understand. But yeah. But I know how a lot of it is contributed to, well, this plant will get rid of that animal. But most of the time it's not. Like you said, it's a myth. But it's been working. If it's working for you, that's fine. I understand.
I know marigolds I've heard to keep mosquitoes and stuff like that away, but
Well,
I didn't know
marigolds are they're one of them plants that are majorly. A lot of people, I guess, overcompensate for them. They do have a lot of positive aspects, but I also know a lot of people say, well, marigolds will keep this way and that way and whatnot. And I mean, I can't stand the smell of marigolds. But, yeah, chrysanthemums work better. But marigolds, are what you would call a trap crop. Same as, a lot of people talk about, like, well, you can plant dill and dill will get rid of this critter or, this bug or parsley or whatever. A lot of different plants will not so much get rid of a certain pest, they are actually drawing that pest to that plant. And marigolds is one of them.
I never heard of them being able to keep rabbits and stuff like that away. I never did think they could do that. But there's a lot I don't know. I'm learning every day, evidently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like a lot of people, they'll say, well, plant dill. That'll get rid of a lot of different pests. Well, it doesn't really necessarily get rid of the pest. It draws the pests to the dill as opposed to.
It gives them something else to look at beside the plant you're trying to. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
They're a trap crop.
Mm-hmm. I understand now.
And I mean, yeah, like the old way says, you will never stop learning until you die. I mean, when it comes down to gardening, you're always going to learn. I mean, that's the whole thing. You're going to learn every year. I've been gardening for.
Shut up, Barry.
Well, just say for a minute.
I ain't seen nothing that would really work 100%. Be quite honest
No.
with you.
Yeah, it's definitely been a learning experience here because this land is just it's a bear. It's a
Oh,
I
speaking of
was
which, they seen a bear right there where my old lady works today.
Yeah, they're around here too. They've been seen several places around here. I just ain't seen one yet. But
They keep spotting them all around here. But I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I'm all into natural.
shotguns.
Just well, yeah, that too. When you got 15 deer show up, yeah, okay. But
Stick your gun with your shotgun out the window. Boom! 3 o'clock in the morning. Get off my lawn. Get off my garden.
I talked to Goblin about this the other day, and I think probably my best bet is next year do just totally container gardening. It just
I don't agree.
well, the soil's
Well, depending on
crap.
where he's at right there, I don't know of any good spot there where he's at that he's not going to have that problem. It's pretty rocky ground, and it's just not.
I understand.
It needs to be heavily fertilized.
Well,
Heavily fertilized.
I think
More
if he threw down some. I think if you threw down some daikon, basically fodder. Daikon, and man, I've got stuff out there that's 6 foot tall. Got stalks this big around. And I hate that I have that.
Like, okay, the flower bed by my back door is perfect. Stuff is growing like you wouldn't believe over there. Beans, corn, radishes, and then the containers, of course, are doing good. My tomato, that monster tomato that I ordered, is over here in a 5-gallon bucket, is exploded. But stuff up there on the hill, that soil is missing nutrients or something because it is just the potatoes are okay up there. The beans are okay. The squash is doing good. But tomatoes they said, no, we're not going to grow here. And that was it. They came up this high and then died. I was like,
Wow.
You got to be kidding me. Aside from whatever it was that ate that one bean, I mean, I've got mostly volunteer beans out here because there was evidently a bag tossed out and it just made a big pile, which I moved over to the compost. Now the compost has beans growing in it. Yeah, sunflowers. I've got one sunflower that looks great. And the ones over here on this bank right behind the house they're okay. They're not, spectacular. Squash and pumpkin are doing good.
Burdock's another one that'll do really well for your soil. But in the fall, just plant like peas.
Well,
Peas or fava beans or anything like that. They'll put nitrogen back in your soil. And they will also help break up your soil. Yeah, like she said, clover. Well,
I don't understand that about that one place there where Barry's got his little garden at. Well, when I broke it up for him, that ground looked rich. I mean, and I don't understand why them tomatoes are not growing like they should. I mean, it could have been maybe I didn't get it deep enough, but I don't know.
you know, I mean, well, it's like here. I mean, we got spots that just they drain like crazy. I'm sure you had, the same areas, with all that clay.
Yeah, well, this has got a little bit of clay in it, but it's
the driveway has more clay than my yard does. So, what all has grown in my backyard has been blackberries. They've just taken over most of the backyard.
Yeah.
Milkweed.
Mercury 3 actual. Yeah, do not give rabbits too many carrots because carrots have high sugar. So, I mean, basically, I give like 1 carrot to my rabbits, maybe once a year. Yeah, I might be. Tell her if she bids on it. Hubert, if you want to bid on it, I will make leather products. Young bid.
what is a leather penalizing tool?
You really don't want to know.
This is something
this is something. This is like a
sounds like a whip to me.
2-year-old. This is a 2-year-old conversation.
Oh, I don't think I want to know.
Yeah, I'm going to auction off your leather, Hubert.
I think when I was younger, I think it was called a belt.
Tucky gobbling, you don't want to know. That's funny too.
Around here, we call it a cat of nine. What is it?
That was my penalizing tool, the belt, when I was little.
All right, Bernie.
What in the world was that? I heard that. I said, "Where the hell's that coming from?" It sounded like it was outside my wall.
It did. Where's your arms? I'm hiding.
My neighbor's over having a party again.
Oh.
Yeah. The cats put me up to
it. Cat and I, too.
Oh, I got you now. Yes, they hurt.
Oh, Lord. Homestead and Craves.
These adult penalizing tools.
Who has John's goat? Well, don't look at me. I don't have him.
They're stuck.
Well, I'm just going to say, anybody that wants any kind of leather stuff, I could do some kind of things with your name, beat it into it. But it's going to be an auction.
Just make
Or-
a big wide leather belt.
Well, I can make a big wide leather belt.
That'll-
But the reason I'm mentioning this is because Homestead Aquarius, you need to get up here.
Yeah, I was fixing to ask him. Clicky Homestead. Is he done with his hiatus from doing lives, or?
Huh?
I thought he was on break. I thought he was taking breaks from coming up on.
No.
Maybe it's just my panel.
He ain't on break, dude. No. I was on break. I missed your last 2 lives. I hate that, but you know.
It's all good. Sometimes I miss my own lives.
I hate that for you.
I'm like, what did I just do for the past 3 hours?
Anyway.
I'm not going to be in here much longer myself. I'm going to get off here in a minute.
Word.
Dude, you've been eating a nutty buddy for 3 hours.
Hello, Bob.
What's up, guys? What's happening?
Not much. Just talking about
Howdy,
everything.
Bob.
Leather belts and
I heard that.
cast of 9 tails and
Well, my dad had a leather belt when I was growing up. I remember it.
I do too. I do too. Very much.
My
so.
mom had a stick. It was the support off of a child's rocking chair.
Oh, Lord.
That thick and about that long, and it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That was before it was, deemed abusive to, penalize your child.
We didn't get the belt unless we did something that we knew was wrong, and did it anyway. I guarantee you, we didn't do it.
You shouldn't have done it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna step away for just a minute, and if you can get him up here, we'll have a talk about the whole auction.
So, Bob, have you been working out in the yard, doing any gardening or anything?
All the time. Yeah, every day. Every day. Yeah, we had 2 days of nonstop rain. So I had a couple of days of a break, more or less. And then rest of the time I've been out there doing what I can,
Cool. I didn't see you comment anymore, and I was afraid you might have left us.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm working on some stuff, listening,
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Heck no. No, my laptop died, and that's why I haven't uploaded videos. I know you can do it from your phone, but I'm not very good with a phone, so I'll just wait until payday or whatever, and I can get a new laptop and then do it through my laptop. It's easier for me. I just can't see too well.
Well, I do it. I see fairly well, but I still do it on my laptop because there's a bigger screen, and I'm not, I don't even know where my phone is, but I'm not squinting at this tiny little screen trying to push that button.
Same here. Yeah.
It is my phone.
I got big fingers when I try to type with my phone. It's like, hit two of them at the same time. So
Yeah.
it has its challenges.
Well, Barry, I think I'm gonna slide out here, and I may keep on watching, but I'm gonna get out of the chat and everything. Y'all have a good day. Good night.
All right. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for coming up, Randy. Appreciate you.
Done been here long enough. So you guys have a good night.
Good night. Nice to meet you today. Well, I made the other two leave. What the heck did I do?
I don't know. Wait a minute. It's not me.
I had a shower last week, I swear.
Oh no. Kentucky Goblin had a lot of stuff going on today. Plus, we had tornado watches and a few warnings hit our county. And
I saw a picture I think you posted of how much smoke was in your area.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Tonight was the first. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can share it because tonight, actually, this evening was the first time we had a sunset with color in it.
Oh.
It wasn't diffused. From the smoke.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's been, we've had some diffused. Matter of fact, we even had a rainbow. As soon as I saw it, it was fading away. And I said, well, that figures.
Yeah. Well, today was the first day that we had the smoke hit us. There's fires from Vancouver, British Columbia, all the way back east.
Yeah.
And we got the smoke today, but then it cleared up, just about sunset. The wind must have changed direction, but it looks like it's coming back.
I forget how close you are to Canada.
Yeah, not too far, just a few hours drive north, and we're in it,
This is a nice thing about Windows and Android. They play well together. So I'm right now looking at the photos on my phone using my computer because I haven't downloaded them to the computer just yet.
Yeah, and can't wait to upload a few more videos, but that'll come up later. But yeah, I'm not sure how to even upload photos from this phone. But I'll get to all that stuff sooner or later. It just takes me a while to learn stuff.
Ain't nothing but a thing.
Nothing to it. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. One of the kids might.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what kids are for, right?
Absolutely.
My daughter was so good with that kind of stuff, man. She just look at me like, what's wrong with you? I didn't grow up with this stuff. Forgive me,
You don't have to rub it in.
Yeah, I said, honey, remember when I was growing up, we had to put our finger into the phone and spin a dial. Okay, that's how it was when I was growing up, and you had to know the full number in your head.
You had to pick it up and wait for a dial tone.
Yeah.
Or your call wasn't going through.
That's right. Man, I used to have a whole phone list up here, but now that I've got these things, I know my wife's phone number by heart, my phone number. That's about it, man. It's all right there on the dang phone.
You better know her number by heart.
Oh, you bet I do. You bet.
Mister.
Mm-hmm. Mister.
Hey. Thanks for walking in front of the camera there.
We're We're gonna go. About the only news that I've got recently is we're gonna go back to the Philippines for the holidays, like we do pretty much every year.
Mhm.
And there's a lady who does lives on the island of Macau. She's a domestic helper. She's Filipina. And she's going to go back to her home in Cagayan de Oro, which is on Mindanao also. And the Mrs. says, yeah, it's okay. You know, I asked her if I could go. Well, the lady who's going to go to Cagayan asked if we could do a collaboration video since we're both going to be on Mindanao. And wife gave me permission. So I'll see if I can take a flight up there and have a lunch date and meet her family and all that Filipino stuff and have a collaboration video. See what comes out of it, you know.
Yeah, you never know.
Never know.
Might have a new partner in crime.
Yeah.
What was that, Tennessee? I saw a plant.
That was a plant I'm going to be sending to Cuba.
Cuba. Well, you must really hate Cubans, huh?
Oh no, Cubert.
Oh, Cubert. Oh, I'm going to send some of that morning glory I got to Cuba. How's that sound?
No, Cubert.
Mm-hmm.
That's chocolate mint.
Oh, very cool. Cool.
Is that the one you were stomping around in?
Yeah, I may have been one we stomped around on. I mean, it's about 3 foot tall.
Oh, it's a good size.
There's a lot of trouble just to share a stupid video. Let's see, video file. That was our sunset tonight. Still a little diffused looking, but
yeah,
at least there was color. I mean, at least it had something to break it up with right there on the horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't look at the fact that nobody's bush hogged my yard in years.
That's kind of what our sky looked like most of the day today, Barry. Like that.
And say Tennessee probably saw what the smoke was doing to the horizon over there too. It was just
penalized. It's hard not to smell that stuff, man. That stuff smells good.
Yep.
I don't know why. And that's another thing. I tried to throw it in containers, and my mint just said, spearmint. It said, nah, not today. Not this year. Where's no, not you. You always think it's about you. What?
I like that, how they'll talk to you for a while. That's cute. Let me go see what my sunset looks like. Let's see. The sun's not quite down here yet. Let's take a look. Oh, I can't see the sun itself. And that's kind of what our skies look like right now. Kind of hazy.
Yeah.
It did clear up for a while, and now it's back to hazy again. You can see it coming in. Yeah. Come on, Canada, knock it off. Get out a fire extinguisher, will you?
Homestead Aquarius, where are you hiding, Jedi? When's the last time you said anything in here?
I don't know. I've got a lot of them
Mine, I don't know. Spearmint didn't. Maybe it's a brand. Maybe the
Quiet type.
The quiet type.
Yeah, okay.
Excuse me.
I'm probably licking my nutty buddies.
Lord, I'm touching that one.
Not either. My hands are right here.
That is a big plant. Look at the roots.
Oh, Lord.
But I ain't gonna sniff them roots. Not on camera. Q. Them are mint roots.
This is my live, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So it's not technically.
That's a little close to your nose there. You might get penalized.
Yeah, I've already been penalized. Oh, hey, Ragnarok.
Hey, Ragnarok.
No. Don't do it. Yeah, there's.
It doesn't smell like anything.
Yeah, it actually does. I just.
What the heck's going on here? Bunch of plant sniffers. What's going on? Oh my God. Maybe I'm in the wrong place. Maybe I'm in the right place. I'm not sure.
Want me to go out and get a container plant, bring it in yours? We'll pass it around. Everybody can get a smell of it.
Q said she saw that. And she
That's
is
good.
not Team Wilson.
Don't do it. Uh-oh.
That's not good. Bob said, nope, I'm out. Ragnarok.
Bob, I was going to let you in on the whole sniffing plants deal thing, but you disappeared. I don't know, but I'm just trying to draw him out, just in case he's secretly watching. I hear he's got secret agents.
Agents.
Asian agents. Nothing wrong with Asian agents.
He has trouble with words, Agents.
Plural. More than one.
I know. Even though Ragnarok is on the other team.
Hold it against him. Oh, Bob kicked himself. Boy, bet that hurt. I didn't know you were that flexible at your age. That's amazing, Bob.
Of course, if you want to, you can give Ragnarok my phone number.
Mercury 3, you probably already left, but thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you in my live, and I'll catch you on Vernus, I'm sure, in the next day or so.
What was my first choice?
Bob, you know we're not right. I mean, come on.
The fact that he was on the other team. It was not his choice. Anyway.
I think everyone should have a choice, though. I mean, you know.
Well, you don't have a choice on what team you're on.
No, I got lucky. I don't think I could handle.
What do you? He's fun. He is fun.
He thinks I don't like him, but I don't have a problem with him. I just test his authority. Me being older than he is. Got to put those young punks in their place.
Yeah.
Here you go, Bob. Don't click the wrong one again.
I hit 50 today.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah.
You still haven't caught up with me, though.
I want to hear about it.
Only 6 years to make up.
Well, I keep telling everybody, I'm still 28.
My mom used to say that. She said, I don't have any kids older than 25. So if she said it, I have to believe it. Welcome back.
Hey, Gear. Oh, Gear. You got your lip.
He's the marigold growing maniac.
Oh, no. I actually did some recording today. Yes, I said 50. Q, do we need to keep impressing this? Well, yeah, I did do a bunch of recording today, but I think I might do a voiceover because it came a flood on that tin roof while I was recording.
I'm 56 and I have yet to have any grow on my back.
I got more hair.
Cousin It. I didn't know we had a celebrity on here. Hello, Cousin It. I thought you were a Tennessee bushcrafter.
I'm just saying, I do have hair.
A whole lot of folks that lose it all, but I still got that. I haven't got my sanity anymore, but still have my hair.
Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I gave up on that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Bob over there with this great hair. He's got great hair.
Yeah. Well, I turned 60 not long ago, not too long ago.
Why, age ain't nothing but a number.
I'm about ready to get turned into some freaking Soylent Green, man. That's my next stop. What's that old movie where they're making people into food, after they die? Soylent Green. God.
Are you gonna be human composted?
Yeah. Get turned into granola bars.
They'll be eating there and they're like, I think I got a bone. Is that a femur?
Some kid in a lunch line at a grade school go, what's this new food? It's Soylent Green. It comes from Washington State. You'll love it.
Mommy, I went to school today and my lunch, it had a bone in it. And on the bone, it said Boeing. What does that mean? Yeah, Kiebert's still young yet. She's got a lot of.
She tries to act like she's old, but she ain't.
Well, if we can arrange that collaboration over in Cagayan de Oro, it would be kind of nice, because the last time I was in that city, everything went haywire because I was 20 miles away from a war zone. The war kicked off in Marawi City, and I had to go into my hotel room for days and stay off the streets. So this might be a good opportunity to get out and see a little bit of the city with her and her family and stuff like that. It's not a hookup or anything like that, It'd be nice to be able to go.
But it's odd that you would bring that up now.
Yeah, just want to make sure folks out there know I ain't hooking up. The lady I'm gonna meet, she's probably 50, 55, something like that, and but it might be my chance to see that small city during peacetime.
While it's still there. While peacetime is still there.
Yeah, during martial law and all that, it was not a good day. It was not fun.
I mean, we got a little military up there right now too, so a little protection.
Yeah, they say that we got an Air Force base somewhere around Cagayan de Oro. So I've got to just keep my eyes in the sky and see where our airplanes are coming in and out of from. Because I'm not sure where the air base is at, but I guess we've got one there now. At least last time there were no other Americans anywhere. I was the only white guy in the whole damn city. And the Muslims kicked off a war, and the lady I was up there with doing a charity feeding program she told me on the phone, get in your hotel room and don't come back out. Yes, ma'am.
Seeing that. The women are off the chain tonight. We didn't even. Huh?
What's with these women, Barry? What'd you do?
Yeah, exactly. What you do? It's your fault.
What did you do?
All I did was play, an alleged alien thing, and
oh boy,
the whole thing just went
sideways.
That's some kind of alien erotomaniac stuff going on there. Eroto stuff.
I'm not sure. It might, if we don't get kicked, that means nobody's paying attention at YT, so we're good.
Okay, we're all right then. Still here. It's empty now. Oh boy. Cats get her warm. Huh? Oh my goodness. Q, you are scandalous. Q, you are scandalous.
I see some cats that are worn out already. There's looks like 2 on the couch. Still a bunch just running around like lunatics right now.
Yeah, it's dark. That's why. Sun's gone. Time for them to wake up and tear everything up.
Yeah. They just one just ambushed the other.
I'm behaving too.
I'm trying to. I mean, you know, as a host, I do have to crack the whip once in a while, but I haven't had to do it so far tonight. I can't really, you know.
I have to get out the cat of nine tails here for long.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my bat is way over there, and I don't really feel like getting up and getting it. So you all are going to have to behave yourselves. So, you know, because we're right now, Tennessee Bushcrafter has the penalizing penalizing tool, not a weapon, tool.
No, I don't. We got that other little feller somewhere in the background listening.
Yeah.
The one.
What's that? Homestead?
Yeah, he's back here somewhere.
Oh, Homestead Aquarius. Do you smell that link?
Do I get that same tool off Amazon? Where do you get that thing? A penalizing tool. Is that eBay or Amazon? Where is that?
I guess you get that wherever you possibly can.
Okay.
We are, you know, Q. I mean, can always come up on panel. You know, there's nothing stopping you except you. But then I don't know. I might have to come back and edit the stream replay. I'm not sure.
Wait. Well, all that.
Put the stream on unlisted or something, you know.
Yeah. Rated R, rated PG or something. Oh, look at this.
What's up?
Well, I thought part of this was going to be that fella getting up here.
I'm going to
Ragnarok.
Be right back.
All right.
Could you possibly email me your number? I need to. Let's see. She's like, all right. Connor's done decided he wants to participate.
Good job. No, I didn't know you could play so well. Oh, okay. I think he stepped away from his phone. I'll mute him until he comes back.
Sounds like you had some kind of. Sound like East Indian kind of thing. What timing?
And I'll pop in and out of live streams. When I come in, I say hello and bye when I leave. Huh. Well, that's not the point. We're trying to get you to come up here, but now it's your phone's being charged. God.
It's his ringtone. So she already knows it's his ring. Why would you even know that?
Lord.
Man.
Why is my screen so dirty?
Got a little regular. The same reason the back of my phone is.
Well, I haven't been watching porn. So I took a shot at basically it's my first baby steps towards solar.
Really?
A solar system on the way, and
right on.
It's not a huge system, but it's a start.
Comprende?
Eh?
Yeah.
Some of my neighbors have got some solar powered security lights. I'd sure like to grab a few of those and put them up around the place.
Q. Q. You're I don't know. You're cute.
I got a real wide leather belt for Q. Oh yeah.
Oh, real wide.
If I did that, she might follow me around for the rest of the year. You know, that just might win her heart or something. Make her fall in love.
It's really wide belt buckles, fit on one of those wide belts. Leather
belts. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like what was it on WWE? It was the championship belt.
Oh, yeah, like those wrestling belts. Yeah.
Hank Williams Jr. always had a big belt buckle too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if somebody shot towards his belly, he wouldn't have to worry about it because the belt buckle would catch it.
Knock it right off.
Yeah. The only thing you had to worry about would be ricochet. He's got his headphones on. Stop talking about him.
Oh, shoot. He can hear us now. Be quiet.
That casual.
I was showing Aquarius earlier today. I'm going to turn the daggone blue green screen off. I get pieces. Hold on. I get pieces of leather like this big. Can you see that?
Yeah. Yeah. How do you come by that stuff?
But yeah, I get pieces of leather like that. And I mean, that's like, it's about a 1/4 inch thick.
Oops.
Ooh.
Trying to Why won't it let me solo? I don't solo me, solo Bushcrafter. What happened to him? Sorry about that. Trying to solo you. There we go.
Anyway, it's about, you know, this.
Oh, yeah.
Just, yeah. It's pretty thick stuff.
Jeez.
Yep. Pieces like that. I done cut a bunch out of it. And I got other pieces.
Oh, that's a lot of leather.
Yeah. And it's about 3/8 of an inch thick.
Ooh, wow.
Paid about $20 a piece for each of these.
Dang.
It's the Amish close to us.
Somebody said, is it pig or cowhide?
No, it's cowhide. Yeah, I got something softer. Hold on a minute. We can go there.
What you working on, Bobo?
Obstacles.
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 Oh, obstacles. I was going to say.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll show you this one when I'm finished with it. Make it hard for them to climb over the fence and come in alongside the house, you know. Make it hard for them.
Yeah.
Yes, it smells good.
Oh.
Oh, that's yeah. There you go.
There you go, Q.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I kind of think that lady needs that 3/8 inch thick stuff. Put her in line.
Oh, you know.
So I gave $20 for this.
Hey, that's all right. That's a fair price.
Yeah. And they have in the summer they have like better
Uh-oh. Tennessee, you froze on us.
Hear me now?
Okay, you're back, yeah. A little bit of chafing will be going on there.
Say, Hugh, you ever been spanked by an Air Force airman?
She got me so hot that I froze.
Hugh, you ain't been spanked until you've been spanked by an Air Force airman. That's all there is to it. I just got to tell you
Girl, I will take that thick leather and make a. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pass on leather panties. Thanks in Florida.
Trick is you got to use it on her until she smiles. Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends where you live. Up there where you live, it's a little cooler than it is down here in our neck of the woods. Oh gosh. But they have like cami, the cami. I don't know how to pronounce that properly. Like the little leather pieces you use to wipe down your car and all that stuff.
Oh, chamois?
Yeah, however you want to say it. Different people say it different ways. But they will have big pieces of that. And I mean, basically, it's the same as that daggone piece of buckskin I just showed you. For $10. It'll have like little holes in it, like where, maybe the eyes were or the ears or whatever. But I mean, for $10 for a big, huge piece, you can't beat that.
Absolutely not. I can see the first bit of leather that you showed. The picture of Lucy Lawless as Xena popped in my head.
Oh, here you go, Lucy.
All that leather she was wearing. Whew.
Now you're trying to break people. You're gonna talk about Lucy Lawless and these ladies are gonna be talking about Conan and stuff.
Oh yeah.
No, okay. You ain't sending me money. But anyway, here's what I was thinking was I was gonna take some of this leather and I was gonna cut some strips of it and make some bracelets.
There you go.
And maybe do some beading with like people's names or whatnot.
She
and
could
we
toss
will
me
auction
anytime
this,
she wants.
and we're going to auction this off for old ways.
Absolutely. That's a good idea.
Well, I didn't say nothing about no beating.
Are you there, Goblin?
Yeah, I'm here. Pick the private.
Huh?
The private chat option there.
I'll send you the link. Okay. Actually, I have to go into my YouTube settings and make you.
Okay, that'll work. Ain't no biggie.
Yeah, I can do that, but not a big deal.
It isn't no biggie. Yeah, and
You didn't see a troublemaker in here, did you?
yeah.
We're all troublemakers. You're not going to kick us all out.
Yeah. I've been accused of it.
Oh, well.
I just popped in for that. Really. I was sitting there painting a craft while I was listening to you guys is what I was doing.
You're painting what?
A craft. Craft. C-R-A-F-T. In German.
What are you building over there, Bob?
Well, I'll show you in just a minute here.
He's making a penalizing tool.
Mm-hmm. I gotta go homemade because I can't get one on Amazon. They won't
He's gonna make his own.
Yeah.
I made a loom.
My ex-wife made me into a loon. Man.
Oh my God.
I actually did. I took a piece of board and I made a loom
Really? That's cool.
With my table saw.
Right on.
It's a lot of work, though.
Oh my God, that's South Florida sunshine. Whew. Getting violent over there. What do you think about that? I don't think it'd be too much damn pleasure in that. Would do you think? I guess it depends on how you look at it.
You know, it's always count on Q to turn the chat around.
Yeah, Q always does things.
That's
I think she's just asking for some Air Force airman to paddle her little behind. I bet she's just asking for it. Do it by the numbers, Q.
She ain't a goat or a moose. Now, Q, you ought to say you are a goat.
But it works
nowadays, a goat has a whole different meaning.
So does moose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, nowadays, a goat means the greatest of all time.
Will I find that in the Urban Dictionary or something like that?
No, it's just all over, everywhere on the internet.
Oh.
Hey, cat. You're gonna have to stay out of fights. You're looking a little rough, dude. Come here.
No, is he out there chasing the girls around?
No.
Well, he's not allowed out, but the girls been beating up on him.
Oh.
Because he just looks at them.
Gilbert, is you one of them
My cats run out in and out all
Asians?
day. And of a night they come in here and crash in the middle of the living room floor.
John keeps saying she's an agent.
She keeps telling us that she's not. I don't know.
I know she keeps saying it.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
I don't know. She might be an agent. You never know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
She could be a companion to that alien you saw in that video over there a little while ago, too. She might be one of them.
Could be one of them. You could look like that afterwards.
Oh,
You know, look like that afterwards.
Perish the thought.
I kind of look like me in that video when I first get up in the morning, all hunched over and dragging to the bathroom.
Well, Q, you're going to have to be a little bit more specific. I mean, even though we call Bob, his actual name is Robert. So.
It's short for Robert.
Well, you know, it could be something to that because she and I both live in Washington State. Just saying.
Just saying, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Just because you on the other team. Yeah.
Oh my God, cat! Ouch! Come here.
Is that cold? Is that a code word, Barry?
Yeah.
Are you putting out a code word or something?
Yeah, that actually hurt.
Code word.
That sounds a bit like a code word, and I don't understand it.
Hi, how you doing?
What's the safety word, Barry?
That darn cat. That's the same.
Okay.
That's what I'm making right there. I've got a bunch of them made out of cherry wood, cut off my tree, strip the bark off all of them, and then boil linseed oil to harden the wood. They stand up there like an obstacle. I got a bunch of these. Up here on the top, I'm using Kevlar thread between these things. Here's a hook. I can unspool this Kevlar thread and hook it to others in a series. And the second here. Kevlar thread is tough stuff, man.
I know.
Really tough. And on the bottom, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I got a triangle of Kevlar thread on each leg to bind those together and make more of a kind of a tripping hazard, you might say. Then a nail on 2 of the 3 legs to drive it into the ground and stake it down, or even if I have to use these inside the house, nail them down to the floor.
So these are more
I can
yard
see how that would
decoration.
work good.
Mhm.
I could see how that
More-
would work good.
I just call it yard art.
Yeah, more yard decorations.
No, yard art. I got a bunch of them. Yeah. Yard art.
I mean, it's hard to see that Kevlar thread,
Almost
especially if it comes
impossible.
screwing around in the
Overnight,
dark.
you wouldn't see it. Overnight,
Yeah.
you wouldn't see it.
Yeah. Even during the day, guys.
Yeah.
Well, here it is. Where's my camera at right there?
Mhm.
That's during broad daylight.
Mhm.
You cannot break this stuff with your fingers. You'll cut your fingers before
See,
you break
even when
it.
you held it up to the camera, your face was actually obscuring the
Yeah.
middle of that thread. See, it's almost the same color.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool.
Amazon right here, guys. It comes in different colors. But after the George Floyd stuff we had here a few years ago in Seattle, and this whole area got lit on fire, just like Canada is right now, I'm not taking any more chances.
Oh, you're using your
I
head there,
am not,
buddy.
I am not
You
taking
are.
any chances. Yeah. These things can be used inside or outside. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know.
I can see it.
Ragnarok said it looked like a prayer stick.
And yeah, that's it. I got a bunch of them. They're all in different sizes, and yeah. Yeah, go ahead and kick one. And now you got 3 obstacles sticking up instead of just one, you know. get your toe hung up on that and fall on top of another one. Well, they're just yard art, you know.
Tell you what, Goblin, I kind of wish I had that kind of stuff in my yard here, back the last few months.
Yeah.
You would have thought twice about coming back up here.
All that George Floyd stuff, and then the junkies I lived around for all those years. No, I'm not taking any chances. All this stuff will do is slow them down, and
That's all you want to do is slow them down and maybe deter them a little bit.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. If you look over my fence, is first thing you're going to see is a big private property, no trespassing sign all around the place.
a lot of them can't read though.
Yeah, I know. Mhm.
Hey
that
man,
gives-
what's that say?
But that gives me options because it turns
Right.
the situation from trespassing, and as soon as its signage is up, that turns it into burglary.
Mm-hmm.
That gives me options, and the courts, if I get sued, it clearly states, right there's all the signs. And these obstacles are out there with multi different colors, so Jack Ass can't claim that he was colorblind, and didn't see it, well, that gives me options. Trespassing, you better not touch them. Burglary, you could do a couple things, but don't kill them. I already looked into all this stuff, guys.
I would hate to shoot somebody over a can of gas.
Yeah,
that would stick with me. But I mean,
me too.
You'd have to make a stand somehow or another. I guess if he had a weapon was coming at you during that time, you have no choice. But
yeah,
I would still hate to
me
kill a
too.
man over a can of gas.
I've seen some people die before, and it never leaves you. If you have a conscience, it will never leave you. It makes it hard to fall asleep at night. I'm not saying I killed them, but I've seen people die by violence several times. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I've seen it in my past too. But everybody says, "Well, I'll do it." You don't know what you'll do when you come face to face with it.
That's right.
When you are going to have to do it, you're not going to have time to think about it. You're just going to have to do it. But unfortunately, that's the way times are now. But you use your head on all that because that way you can stay ahead of the law.
Mm-hmm. And how the courts are so liberal here in this area. Here's my situation. If I'm here alone and I've got obstacles set up in front of the garage door there, I'm filling every void, everything. Okay, if somebody comes through the obstacles and is coming at me, I've got a 45 right here, and that's going to go right at them, and I'm going to,
right back there.
Stop, just stop.
Yeah, I see that.
If they come at me, well. But if they come in and they want to rob the place, if I'm alone, I'll probably go out the back door and then call the cops and get out of it if I can, if it's all possible. But if I'm not home, say if my son or daughter are upstairs or my wife's in the kitchen, that's different. You're not coming in here.
We have what they call, I don't know if they have where you're at now, we have what it's called the Castle Doctrine here in Kentucky.
We do. Yeah, we do too.
I still, even though that's in effect, now if a bunch of them's coming in my house, I mean, I'll go to the last room, but that's as far as I'm going.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that somebody else has thought this stuff out too. I'm glad to hear that from you, because there's so many people. I'll just shoot them, dude. No,
no.
You got to live with that.
I've had the sheriff and the deputies, tell me, man, if you got to shoot one of these dudes, make sure you drag them in the house.
Well,
drag them in the house.
Well, that's that. I'm not going to be mean to say this, but really don't do that. If you got to shoot them, don't touch that body, and don't lie about one damn thing. But don't tell one lie, because oh boy, they'll hang you in court, because the truth will come out. But if they're outside of the house, you go do whatever you're going to do. You break the windows, go ahead. Don't throw on and on and on. You go crazy, do whatever you're going to do, but do not come inside the building. Especially if my wife is at home and I'm going to step between them and their wife, that's and my daughter and my son.
It'd be still hard for me to sit back and really wait and watch them do that. I mean, there's so many different ways you can go at that. I don't know what I'd do with it, but go out there and take a baseball bat and go out there and break your legs or something. But I wouldn't kill them if I had to. But.
Yeah, if they get into that closing distance with me, then it's on. We're gonna dance. But anything other than that, I'll try not to pull the trigger on anybody. I don't want to do that.
No, that's
Or if there's more than one of them. If there's 3 or 4 of them,
yeah. Then you have no choice.
yeah, we're gonna dance. Yeah, we're gonna dance.
Regardless,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Passamaquoddy, are you still in here? Let me switch cameras.
What do you got there, Barry? What am I looking at?
That is it's my weather cam outside right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
I noticed
where's it pointed at?
Up towards where the old double wide was.
Oh, okay. What's dark as hell up there, ain't it?
Yeah. I almost paid to have that security light turned on up there, but
No, I wouldn't.
I don't need an extra bill. So the extra $15 a month, I don't think so.
What I would do.
Oh Lord.
What I would do is go up there and get me one of those solar powered night lights and stick it up on that pole.
Yeah.
And just let it pop on whenever something's around it.
Or at least in one of the trees. I don't know if they'll let you
And put it high
something
enough where these crackheads can steal it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna, like I said earlier, fellows, I'm gonna look into some of those solar powered motion sensor lights. My neighbors have a bunch of them, you know.
I've seen them. Yeah, I
Mhm.
like them. My neighbor, of course, the security pole was on my property, but she pays for a certain nightlight service. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even have that. I would have those solar powered nightlights around.
Yeah.
But it
Hello,
kind of gives
Belva.
it extra security, I guess, if you look at it that way. I don't know. It's hard
Oh,
for me.
hello, belt loop. Okay. Sorry.
I like to be able to go outside and if it's dark, I can, but they can't. I can sneak up on them, and they can too. That's the problem. It works both ways on that.
Well, in my look at my research on pulling the trigger or not, I looked up in this area for crime scene cleanup. There's several companies around the area that do that. Now, you know that's got to be expensive because they don't have any listing of any prices.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's something you'd have to do because I've seen people get hit with fast moving lead. Oh man, that is a mess. Ooh, God, that is a mess, man. Yeah. Yeah, I try not to talk about that topic all the whole time. It's kind of a bummer, but.
Well,
that's kind of things you have to consider, think about ahead of time. You need to get your mind in the right place
Yes, sir.
ahead of time.
Yes, sir. I agree.
I mean,
I know we've had this discussion among all 4 of us in this house,
Now, Passamaquoddy, I just wanted to show you your little buddy here and show you he's doing well or she's doing well.
Oh, that's a little cutie there.
Yeah.
Hey, then.
Let's see here. I'm going to solo myself for a second.
Yeah, he's cute.
Oh, he wants to run and play is what it is. It doesn't want to be held up and showed on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I get it.
Wants to go join everybody else. Don't hold me up. I got some running and knocking stuff over to do. Don't hold me up.
That's fine. Let it get all that energy out now. So when I go to bed, it'll want to go to bed too.
Yeah.
Now, here in this county, our deputies, we don't have that many deputies. I think we got 4 or 5, maybe 6, but they're scattered down the southern end of the county.
Mm-hmm.
And I've told one of the deputies before, I've known him for a long time, and I said, hey, you don't have to just stay up here all the time. Just park it. Just as long as they see you,
Yeah.
drive through here one time, or park every once in a while. Park in a pull off place or something. And the bad guys, as they see you, they're going to be a little less likely to do their shenanigans.
Yeah, if they would just make their presence known at least once a week or every
Yeah.
other week,
Yeah.
it really would make a difference.
Just drive through here at different times and everything. Stagger it out. That's what you want to do, stagger your times out. And you would be surprised of the amount of crime would decrease in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Just the presence. And a lot of times that's the same thing with a firearm. If you carry openly, as long as they see you carrying that pistol, they're not going to mess around anywhere where you're at.
That's correct. That is absolutely correct. I open carry at home. Mm-hmm.
The visual part of it is enough for a whole lot of times.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Barry.
Bell Loop, would you like to come up on panel? You've never actually been in my live stream.
Yeah, I'll back out. You got?
Well, I think I can have up to 6 people.
I agree. I agree with you, Goblin. You've looked into this stuff quite a bit. Good man.
Well, I've just been raised up with my dad. He was always hardcore about that sort of thing, and I just been raised up around it. And I've been, when I worked in EMS and stuff, a lot of my buddies that I work with, they're deputies now. They work in law enforcement, and we've had to make several runs with law enforcement. You get to learn. You get to learn the what it takes, to get things done.
Look, it's the Popo.
Huh.
What are you doing, Gary?
Oh, not too much, Barry. I actually was in the basement a few minutes ago when you went to go, right before you went to go get the cat. I was there just for a minute, but I figured maybe y'all were having a private conversation or something. So, private amongst yourselves as opposed to not wanting anybody else. So it's all good. I never sweat about it. I never take offense at stuff like that. I really don't.
You're always welcome up here, Gary.
Well, thank you, Barry. I appreciate it.
I don't think I've ever asked you to come up, I think, until now.
Well, I don't know what to say about that. I am typically at the mercy of whatever YouTube shows me. I never hit the notification bell on. I'm subscribed to over 1,000 channels, and there ain't but one notification bell I've ever hit.
I get that too.
I don't want my phone going off all the time. In fact, I don't listen. I'll be honest with you. I got a family thread that comes through my thing, and I never bother looking at it either, because every time I turn around and look at it, there's somebody said like this, like that, and all this stuff that's superfluous. It ain't got nothing germane to the conversation. And so, my wife will usually call me and tell me the high points. I don't know where I got off on chasing that squirrel at.
There we go.
But how you doing, Kentucky Goblin?
Pretty well. How about you, sir?
Oh, I am blessed, sir. I am blessed.
That's me too.
And always will be.
Yep.
Well, thanks for having me up here, Barry. And I know Bob and I know Chris. This may be the first. I may have seen Kentucky Goblin before. I just don't recall off the top of my head.
I've been around block a couple times, different channels.
Yeah, I have to. And the fact is, you can't ever tell who you're going to run into. Somebody asked me today, "Do you know this channel?" I don't know.
Yeah.
And they told me who the channel was. I went to go to the channel to subscribe. I was already subscribed to them. You know, it's just it's the more people that you interact with, the harder it is to get around to each of them anyhow. And so I'm literally at the mercy of what's at YouTube when I go and look at it. So
You gotta put me a hat on my head. My head
hey, I
hurts.
like that one. I used to have one similar to that, but mine was black and white, and had a girl steal it from me. That's been many years ago. But it was like that, but it had on the black it was white basically with two black things there on one on either side.
Yeah.
That was my favorite cat back then.
Yeah, I wear it quite a bit when I'm out and about.
Yes, sir. I take it you in Kentucky.
Yeah.
My brother used to live over in Kentucky, but it was over towards Elizabethtown.
But central part there, pretty close to Old Barry there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
I had my mic on, didn't I? I'm sorry. I can never get used to this YouTube stuff, my mics and all that. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Barry.
My trouble that I have. I'm sorry, Barry.
He's pretty much almost a neighbor.
Very cool. My trouble is I get some scatterbrained idea where I'm gonna try to do something with the YouTube, and it gets all convoluted, and I start chasing rabbits down one way and the other. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but it's always an experience.
It's all thing. It's all it is.
So I noticed what did y'all come to any conclusion on whether or not it's close encounters or clever ruse?
I'm not sure about that. Like I was telling Barry earlier, I said, I'm open minded to a lot of things, but my faith tells me that it's demonic in nature. But
yeah, I've heard that before.
Is it real? I don't know. It's got to. We're looking at it, so it's got to be something. Either they're doing it themselves, and it's awful good. Project Bluebeam. If you ever heard that, you can look that up. But I don't think it's Project Bluebeam. It's just too. I don't know. Guys, I just don't know about it. I just know it don't. I'm not scared of it at all. It don't bother me in the least.
Yeah,
not in the least.
I agree with you. I mean, I don't know of a particular incident. I know that there have been reports of like UFOs, and government not too far long ago admitted that that it is a thing. But one thing that always kind of I find interesting, something that's almost, in fact, about as interesting as it is, whether about the UFOs is talking about faith and what have you. I think that sometimes people have just taken what other people have said. Not you. I'm not saying you. What I'm saying
I
is
understand what you're saying.
there's a lot of people that they put. I know that when, as far as the Bible is concerned, a lot of people don't bother reading it hermeneutically and with an understanding really of what the time and place when that took place, when those were written, the scripture was written. I don't look at my personal viewpoint is it's not even the accuracy, or it's not. I don't look at the Bible as being a history book. I believe it. You know, it tells the story of well, what is now Christianity and the initial phase was Judaism. And you know, I don't really talk much about religion because of the fact that people have been using religion for thousands of years to beat one another about about the head and condemn other people, and that's just not what and I don't really discuss politics either, because that's, I don't care anything about dividing people, which all that stuff does is tends to drive a wedge between people.
Yeah.
And that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to divide. Well, I won't go too far into that, but
Well, all this stuff is so fantastic. That video was, I've looked at it 5 or 6 different times, slowed it down to where I could check it out real close. And I tell you, God, I don't know. I don't claim to know everything, and I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of things that they're keeping from us that for 50 or 60 years, or probably longer than that, they're just now beginning to leak it out for some nefarious reason.
I wish Tennessee was with us, because he and I were both in the Air Force. And I can tell you for a fact that the Air Force keeps stuff under wraps for years before they take it to Edwards Air Force Base. And we have this F-22 fighter. I know that they had those things for years and years, and they've got stuff that you will not believe. I don't know for a fact because I didn't see it. But I can tell you this, and when I was stationed at Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada, most of the state of Nevada is military property, almost the whole state. And I was told to go move some furniture in the wing building, the command building. There was a desk there that had a map of the Nellis bomb range. There were 4 more Air Force bases up there on that map that the public doesn't know nothing about.
Yeah. Well, you take the stealth bomber. They brought that thing out during the Gulf War, and they probably had that technology for at least 20 years.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And what people would have been seeing as a UFO before that was what that was.
Yes, sir. I agree. That's how it works.
I guess you can't hear me if I mute it. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that the Air Force. Well, that's one of our discipline in the Air Force is you keep your mouth shut.
Right.
No matter what you see or what you hear, you keep your mouth shut.
Good night, Carol. I love you.
Don't ask questions. Just keep your mouth shut. That's our discipline in the Air Force. What did you see? I don't see nothing.
Yeah. Belt Loop, did you see that? Did you see that video of the?
I hadn't seen it.
The creature.
I would be more than happy to play it here if you want to see it.
Oh, I'd love to.
I call it the creature. It's about all you can make out of it. I don't,
Yeah.
Is this something that's recently come to light, or?
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Yeah, I'd love to see it if you got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up here in just a second.
Is that where that was?
Those police officers must have had to been pretty close to the scene because they got there pretty quick. By the time they seen that on their body cam, I mean, it was like 5 minutes till they got the 911 call or something like that. But by the time they got there, was it still there? I don't know. We don't know. We won't know.
Well,
they're going to keep the details of that. If it's true.
Yeah, if it's true.
And they're going to keep the details to themselves.
It could be also, on the other hand, some 19-year-old kid who's a whiz kid with a computer is laughing his ass off right now.
Very well.
I went viral. I went viral.
Yes, but it make a lot of people foolish, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's the way I look at some of that stuff, kind of like,
Well, it not really got me. I said, why would they let that video of that creature be released so quickly? Because it happened in May the 1st. They had a whole month to sit down and say, now, how are we going to do this? Now, why did they release that video, if they wasn't up to something to distract?
Yeah, it could be.
Distract. It's a distraction. Look at my right hand. My left hand is doing something else.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. I just look at what the creature was doing. What was it doing?
Yeah.
With his hand.
Yeah.
It looked like it was. It kind of looked like it picked something up and either ate it or smelled it. But I'm gonna play the newscast first, and then I'll go to the footage that they were just recently released of the creature.
Okay.
So.
Straight out of the X-Files.
Unreal. I've never seen anything like it.
A family in Las Vegas insisting something is out there after allegedly having a close encounter of the third kind.
I swear to God, this is not a joke.
One witness calling 911 after they say an object fell out of the sky and landed in their backyard.
They're like 9 foot, 10 foot tall. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes.
The mysterious object that fell from the sky, even the officers apparently saw that. The green glow of the alleged UFO is seen on this newly released body camera footage.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star. Then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
So when that 911 call came in, less than an hour later, police were ready to believe it.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
Because I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard? Or?
But after a brief investigation of the yard, officers closed the case as unfounded.
If those 9 foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
According to former intelligence officer David Grush, an alien crash landing isn't
How
too
much
far-fetched.
crack have you had tonight,
Grush recently
sir?
turned over documents to Congress claiming the U.S. government has a vast collection of vehicles that have non-human origin. An oversight committee in Congress is in the process of scheduling a hearing on those claims.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So we're let me see here. I'm gonna turn that off because I don't want y'all to see where I'm getting this from. It's actually coming out of my messenger, but I'd like to keep the person who's shared it with me.
Sure. Yeah, I understand.
Too late now.
Well, it's not showing their name now, is it?
No.
All right.
We'll go into some of the stuff that the Navy and the Air Force pilots have seen after we finish up with this topic here.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know how this is going to play out in the next week. Whether it dies down or it gets more coverage.
Well, it's amazing that everything is alive.
I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it, and big mouth. Tiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100%. They're not human. There's like an 8 foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it, and big mouth. They're tiny eyes, and and they're not human. They're 100% not human. There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, hold on. Okay. When they showed from the news footage, showed an officer with his flashlight shining it in their backyard, and it was a groomed, manicured backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is next to a fence with a whole bunch of weeds and stuff in it. So, kind of questioning what that's all about.
Where that's supposed to happen at was right behind their house in a big lot with a lot of equipment in there.
Okay.
That's what they said, you know. That's where they're supposed to see them at. I don't know if that security camera caught that or
they were saying that the security camera mysteriously stopped when that craft allegedly hit the ground.
It started back up again.
And then later on in another newscast, I think from the same TV station, they said we had to stop the film because it was private property. And that was when they were going to go back into that big lot where all the heavy machinery was kept. And there was supposedly a big circle in the middle of the, that lot.
They didn't show that part.
You're right. Yeah, that one doesn't show it. I was trying to find the one that actually does show the lot.
Yeah, I seen that video that had the lot. Showed it's a big lot, had a lot of equipment in it. So,
well, that is wild.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard to get your head around it. I know it's.
Well, just go show you. Maybe we ought to go naked.
I don't know. Anything. It couldn't be no stranger than that.
I'm pretty sure nobody wants to see that. Me, at least. I speak for myself,
Yeah, they don't want to see me naked either.
If it was a stationary camera, it was down there near the ground. If it was a security camera, it was down near the ground. And for speaking for myself, now if I'm out there with my little selfie stick and my phone and I'm filming something like that, I'd be saying, "Oh Lord Jesus, I just shit my pants. Oh my Lord, I just shit myself."
Yeah, you would think that, but I heard them talk about that too. They said, it could be possibly that when they seen it, it was like a brief moment of shock.
Yeah,
it would like that. You know how the human body will react in different ways. You'd be like, "Am I really seeing this or what?" How your brain tries to analyze it.
Fight or flight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just trying. It's so many different variables you got to look at.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I know that typically is. I don't know. It is strange. I'd like to think that I would approach the thing, and I got to, and there are some things about that video that you do have to question. If it is security footage, it seems like a really strange location, and that it would be that close to the creature where you could, or towards the being if it is. I don't know.
Well, if it was in that lot, you would think that lot with all that valuable equipment would have more than one camera.
All right, here's the other newscast.
Southern Nevada is abuzz tonight with stories about the crash of an unknown object and the alleged sighting of strange creatures in the backyard of a Northwest Valley home.
So it was last night that 8 News Now investigator David Charnes reported about how Metro Police responded back on May 1st after receiving a strange call from a very frightened family. Well, our report generated now piecing together the sequence of events has been kind of tricky, in part because the primary witnesses have been almost as elusive as the things they say they encountered. Chief Investigator George Knapp is as perplexed as the rest of us, George.
As you know, this is not our first UFO rodeo. We first heard about the incident in early
And
May.
George Knapp, he's in the UFO
The
too.
incident has a lot in common with other bizarre cases from around the world: an alleged crash, strange beings, and bits and pieces that don't make sense. But the police took this seriously, and so do we. Just before midnight on April 30th, skywatchers across several western states saw a bright fireball streak through the heavens. A police officer working in the Northwest Valley caught a glimpse of the colorful object on his body cam. At nearly the same time, a Ring camera in the area recorded a strange noise and what sounds like a crash. One family living in a ranch-style home had a much closer view of the object. Two brothers and their father were working on a vehicle in their yard when they caught a glimpse of a sparkly object as it came crashing down, then were hit by what they describe as a shock wave. One of the witnesses, a young man named Angel, has stated when the brothers looked into the yard where the object landed, that spot was obscured and blurry, as if by unknown form of camouflage. What they saw next prompted a frantic call to 911.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes, like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
8 News Now investigators have spoken with family members multiple times in the past 4 weeks, but each of the 3 times we accepted their invitation to do an interview, they didn't answer the door or their phone. These are some of the claims they've made in other public forums. Multiple family members backed up the story in an initial police report we obtained. Angel says they heard the patter of multiple feet in the yard. They later heard footsteps on their roof. They saw one of the 8-foot-tall creatures climb behind the controls of a large front loader stored in the yard as if trying to engage it. He got a good look at one of the creatures, he said, a greenish-grayish being with large eyes and long legs. He says he could hear its deep breaths, and when he locked eyes, he was, in essence, frozen in place, couldn't move. In the middle of the yard, where the object had crashed, then vanished, a circular impression was left in the soil.
Okay, where is this on your property?
Metro sources say the police dispatcher initially wondered whether to send a crisis intervention team to help the troubled witness, but then took the incident seriously. 2 officers arrived 38 minutes after the call, and by then had heard from other officers. They proceeded cautiously and managed some nervous laughs.
I ain't dealing with that.
A few days later, the family says 2 Metro sergeants returned to the scene to ask follow-up questions. The family says they also saw men in suits and sunglasses driving in a car with government plates cruising slowly past the house in the following days. Nellis and Creech have denied any interest or involvement with the incident. Metro has indicated they believe the family that something crashed in their yard. But what?
So the Men in Black showed up.
Yeah.
That song just popped in my head.
Yeah.
I heard Will Smith singing Men in Black. Oh,
And
sorry,
up on the roof, kind of like that Mel Gibson movie Signs.
Well, I didn't see that part about the front end loaders and all that. That's kind of making more sense to me now. It was when it crashed, it was like a shock wave, and when he met eyes with the creature, he couldn't move, which paralyzed him.
Well, I think that's shock that does that, though.
Yeah,
I think so.
I mean, if you lock eyes with a creature that you never had to deal with before,
right?
Usually the body, it's either fight or flight. But in this case, he just didn't know what to do, so his body just.
Well, to me, it seems like there's only one logical thing you could do, running into a creature from another, potentially another planet, whatever. Live long and prosper.
Yeah. Yeah. My biggest question is what the hell was he doing with that front end loader? He said one of them was trying to start that front end loader. That bucket loader. Maybe he was gonna.
Well, if there was a wreck there should have been some type of wreckage. There should have been some type of
debris or something.
Maybe it didn't actually crash. It just whatever it was, soft landing.
look along the fence line when it showed an overhead view of that yard where it landed. Do you see the same type of fence? Do you see any stack up of weeds along the fence?
Right.
I didn't see any of that. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't either. I try to rack my brain all afternoon over that. When I first seen it on another chat forum, and I sent Barry that link to that, man, it was like I don't know what to think about all this.
Well, my perspective on it is pretty simple most of the time on something like that. Either it is or it ain't.
Right.
And regardless of what I believe, I ain't gonna change anything. At some point when who knows? It's just like the way I look at it. Just like I had a brother that passed away. Died of a drug overdose. You can second guess what his motives were, whether he knew what he was doing. You can guess. You wonder what his last thoughts were. There's just no way you'll ever know. There's a lot of unanswered questions, and chances are, unless somebody comes out and says, "Hey, I manufactured this," or "I did this later," even then, people will be skeptical whether or not they were telling the truth. Whether they manufactured it or people are going to believe what they want to believe.
One thing to look into with those news reports, look up and see if the channel so and so, if they're a real news channel.
Yeah.
I had thought about that, but I didn't want to take away from watching the video to pull up the Google.
Same here.
I want to show you something here, and I'm not trying to discredit anybody's opinion or anything at all. I just want to show you something that I've noticed, and I took a screenshot of the yard, from aerial view that they showed. So let's see if it will let me do this.
My yard?
Yeah, your yard.
Oh, why would you want to do that, Barry? I don't understand. What are you after anyway?
We took it from Google, and that's I'm going to share your yard and
oh,
break
okay.
up
Well,
your,
that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well,
so
that ain't my yard,
that?
Barry.
Can you see that? It is showing, right?
Yeah.
I see it.
Okay, now look. Right there behind the house is actually a fence. So there's actually two sections of backyard. There's the fenced in backyard. Looks a little. I wish I could. I might be able to zoom in. Hold on.
Well, how old is the Google footage though?
Yeah. Well, this is supposedly helicopter footage.
Oh.
Okay, that's a wooden fence. Yeah.
That's a wooden fence.
Where that white car, that pickup truck parked at right there, that gray pickup truck. There's a lot of bushes there.
Do you know that may mean phone home in alien?
They might have called them in. It might have called them in here. They had to come down and use the Wi-Fi. That's what.
On the left-hand side of the screen, that looks like a solid wood fence, kind of like what it was up against with some bushes by it. So, maybe it's behind that.
I just wanted to really just point out the fact that there was actually two yards. The small fenced-in yard that kind of looks, like they tried to make it look nice for a place to sit. And then you have the lot, obviously, is some kind of a business that they run.
Yeah. Well, in that spot where, if you scroll down a little bit, in that spot where they were pointing out about the circle, you can see where it looks like somebody was doing some kind of a donut out there. So.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah, heavy equipment moving around.
Yeah.
You got young kids there too, and
yeah,
I'm sure they all know how to use the equipment. So they could have. Look, what is that? Is that a Camaro or a Corvette.
Corvette. Corvette.
That's a Corvette right there.
They probably, they probably just did some donuts right there.
Look like they got some high dollar stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that there
doesn't seem like a bad neighborhood at all.
I know that bucket loader is not no cheap piece of equipment.
What is this? 1, 2, 3 RVs?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not hurting. Obviously, this whole neighborhood is not hurting. I mean, they could use some grass, but
yeah, but if you're an alien, are you really going to want to move into a bad neighborhood or a good neighborhood?
Oh, good neighborhood. Absolutely.
I mean, hey, they got a swimming pool across the street or across the fence.
Yeah. Probably some hotties live there too.
Well, you would think that it would have more than one security camera pointed in that backyard.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Where is this said camera? I wonder. Maybe it's on that.
To your right. To your right, follow that fence all the way down. I think I've seen something stick right there. Right above it, right there. What's
right
that?
There, almost in line with the peak of this roof.
What's that?
I don't know.
That
I can't tell. It's pixelated. If I go any closer, it's going to pixelate.
It kind of looked like a security camera pod. What it looked like. I don't know.
I don't know.
You just gotta. I mean, it's going to be a lot of things. I'm just interested to hear what they come up with in the next week over that. There may be some more stuff come out. Then again, you might not hear no more about this because they'll shut them up.
Yeah.
Who knows? What I do know is I'm tired.
I'm getting there. You are. It's almost.
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce out of here, guys.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
Bob. Good meeting
Peace out, guys. Good to talk to you all.
All right. Be careful. Don't let no UFOs get you.
Well,
sticks.
I assume they still, affect to, flying or projectiles that are, maybe of a density of like a copper jacket or something. So I ain't too worried about it. But the obviously,
I don't think he made it up. I really don't. Yeah, I was reading there. Now, everything is looking the opposite of somebody making it up for,
I don't know. It seemed like awful clear footage, but that's the last I'm gonna say. Hey, Barry, thank you for coming or for allowing me to come up on your panel. Kentucky is it Kentucky Goblin?
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm sure I'll see you around.
You two police, you will try to do it again if I'm in here.
Well, sound like a win. Hey, and don't, if you ever see U2 Police or Belt Loop 29, feel free to hop in. I always got an open panel.
I sure will. I'm around about here and there.
He tries to sneak in with these different names, but I always know it's Gary because it says Belt Loop at the beginning. So
well, all of them say Belt Loop 29 at the beginning, except for this channel. This channel, in fact, I started this channel just to talk with other officers. That really never took off. So it is what it is, and I decided to go ahead and develop it. When I started working on it about 2 months ago, I think I had 11 subscribers. So it's, I'm doing pretty good. So,
before we lose you, how's the better half? She doing good?
Yeah. I mean, we lost a baby goat yesterday and buried it today. So, when she worked, she put a lot of hours in there trying to take care of that goat and nurse it and, feed it, give it a bottle, It was very long and drawn out. But we left it for a couple hours to go down to a wedding, and when we got back, it was dead. So,
Barry. Oh, Barry.
Hey,
oh, Barry. I'm your girlfriend.
I believe it may be a bit past his bedtime. He's playing with dolls.
Hey, Mr. Cheddar Pepper Prepper, Gear Dragon Rocks, Passamaquoddy. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for letting me know, Barry. It's good to meet you.
No problem. And definitely would, I'd have you up here anytime, man.
Oh, I know. I appreciate that, Barry.
All right, you have a good night.
We'll catch you.
All righty, I think I'm gonna call it a night. You guys have been awesome. Everybody in chat and
yeah,
everyone up on the panel.
We've done beat this dead horse. We beat this dead horse as much as we can. So hey, by the way, I was want to make a mention that that Gear Grinder 19 said she wasn't wearing any panties earlier.
Well, that's a guy, so I'm glad he's not wearing panties.
Oh no, God! Oh my God! Well, I just seen that in there, and I thought I'd mention it. So,
yeah, buddy. Yeah, Gear's a character, I'm telling you.
Wow.
Yeah, alrighty. But I think I'm going to call it a night. And I'd
all
like
right,
to
Barry,
go
we'll catch you later,
dude.
dude.
Won't have it in me.
We'll catch you later on.
Catch you on the radio or something.
All right, we'll see you.
See you. All right, everybody. Allergies kick my butt. I took my last allergy pill this morning, and there's no more, so I have to get some more. But thanks a lot once again, everybody that came in, and everyone that was up on the panel at Tennessee Bushcrafter, Belt Loop 29, Kentucky Goblin. And if I missed anybody, I'm terribly sorry. Brain just Bob 942. Everybody in chat, have a great night. We'll talk to you next time around or catch you somewhere on the YouTubes. Good night.